first thing I want to say is congratulations on your new CD, Hoodoo. You must be pretty
thank you.
Pretty happy with the success of it so far.
Yeah, we're all very happy with it. It went straight to #1, then straight to gold and straight to platinum in Switzerland. So we've already got the gold and platinum to hang up on the wall. and we were also happy that it went down really well in the rest of Europe. And now we're looking forward to the concerts. We just did the first German gig last Friday, and that went very, very well. And when we got back home, we did a second video. We've already done the video for the first single, Hoodoo Woman, and now we just did the second one called Too Hot to Handle.
Yeah, sounds like a UFO song.
Oh, really?
Well, they have a title.
Well, I mean, we're influenced by everybody, whatever.
Right. Yeah, now, when you went back, I know that when you got the band back together, one of the main priorities was to try to recapture that sound that you guys had in the early 80s. Did you go back and actually listen to your, those CDs that were successful during that time period at all?
Well, every now and then I listen and reminisce. Yeah, I mean it's amazing. It's always good to have a step back and light up a candle, pour out a glass of wine, and bump up the volume and lay back and let it all sift into you. Slowly sink in, and it always wakes up, stirs up memories, and they were really good memories touring the USA, and it also revitalizes the spirit and gets you ready to fight the next day.
Mm-hmm. Now the CD was just released this last Tuesday in the United States. What are your plans for promoting it here in the U.S.?
Well, I mean, apart from this 3-week radio and online promotion campaign, obviously we would love to fly over and tour in the USA like we used to do in the 80s, and be there and meet and greet and rock and party with our fans. So hopefully, if record sales allow it, we'll be coming over. If not this year, then the next. Because I think it's vital with this type of music. The fans really want to see the band live as well.
Oh, absolutely. I think there's also right now in America, I think there's a real resurgence of classic rock. I mean, pretty much all the big concert tours right now are classic rock bands out. So I think Krokus would do really well right now in the United States. Awesome.
That's good to hear.
Yes. Now, in getting the classic lineup back together, did you run into any difficulties getting all the members to participate in this reunion?
Well, the way it happened, it was actually pretty easy because Swiss television is actually what started it all. They wanted to have the original Krokus do a medley, only a 3-minute medley, on this nationwide show called The Biggest Swiss Hits. So we took 3 songs from Metal Rendezvous and made a medley and performed these, and kind of under pressure because at that time we were still split, and I had to come off the road, off the Hellraiser tour, and to do this. But I was positive about it, and I obviously realized that this was to honor our work from the 80s, and that it was best done with the original members, and not just me, because I was on the road with new younger guys, all good talented musicians. But when it came to doing a medley from Metal Rendezvous, which was my debut album with Krokus, and the album that really broke the band internationally, it was only just, so I really accepted that, and with full heart, and we went for it, and we did it. The next day, the media was hysterical, and we knew we had to take it another step, And this is what happened a couple of months later, and when we jammed the first time, because I said, guys, we got to jam and see how we feel, and let's go eat a pizza afterwards and open a bottle of red and reminisce, and let's start the healing process and speed it up, and that's what happened, and this led to our first big reunion concert. With Krokus, the originals of 1982, one vice at a time, with the band sounding like it should sound again, because that's what happens when you have the right chemistry together again, and people playing with the same style, the originals, and using the same amps and same guitars. The whole thing is magical, and it was really pretty an emotional thing. It was a magical night.
Yeah. Now, you said you were out on tour with the Hellraiser lineup of the band. How did you break the news to those guys that you're getting back, and how did they take it?
Well, that was pretty tough, and it was a step-by-step thing. Obviously, first it was my personal manager calling me and telling me about this TV program. My reaction first was, hey, but why not with the present band? And then he said, well, it's Metal Rendezvous. And then I said, well, yeah, okay, you're right. It's Metal Rendezvous. That's the debut album, blah, blah, blah. And so then I broke it to the band, and I said, guys, this is how Swiss television wants it, and it's a take it or leave it thing, and I think I should do it because it's good promotion for Krokus whichever way. And you guys are in the present Krokus, and it's going to definitely improve our album sales, and it's good for the fans to know the history, and hey, this is nationwide TV, and we're going to be playing a couple of songs which we have in the repertoire right now. So in the end, they agreed that it was a good thing, although they didn't take a leap into the air for joy, if you know what I mean.
Right, yeah.
And obviously they would have loved to be on the show themselves, but we went through with this, and as I said, the whole thing started something going and growing. The media hysteria, plus our first meeting together, and sharing a glass of red, and being polite, so to speak, started the ball rolling in the reunion direction.